Welcome back to Cape Chronicle. I'm Mike Renick. Joining me now is Bridget Jackson, the Regional Recreation Use Specialist for the Missouri Department of Conservation. Welcome, Bridget.
Well, thank you.
That's a long title.
It is a long title.
It means that you stay very busy.
I do.
How long have you been with the department for?
I have been with the department 25 years as of March 16th.
Congratulations.
So pretty much half my life.
Yeah. So what initially, what was the drive? What brought you into the field?
So I grew up in Puxico, which is just at the edge of Mingo National Wildlife Refuge. I grew up loving animals and plants, and I actually started at Mingo as a part-time employee when I was a senior in high school.
Okay.
And when I first registered for college, I was going to go into a totally different field. And then after working at Mingo, over the course of the summer, I changed my degree to wildlife biology.
Okay. 25 years later, here you are.
Here I am.
Well, it's cliche to say it, but it is warming up outside.
Yes.
I think the cold weather is behind us. You need just to maybe keep some of the storms behind us as well. But that means there's plenty to do in our area outside.
Yes.
And I know there's several things that you're excited about.
Yes. So one of the lovely things about Missouri and working for the Department of Conservation is we have such diversity in habitats across the state. But here in the southeast region, we have pretty much every habitat type that is offered across the state, with the exception of the tall grass prairies. So if you want to see an example of a sand prairie, just go down to the Sand Prairie Conservation outside of Bennett. If you want to see examples of managed wetland, you can go to Duck Creek or Otter Slough. Those are both in Stoddard County. If you would like to see the highest point in the state is Tomsock Mountain, which is technically doesn't belong to us, but Buford Mountain and Catcherside Mountain are very, very close. So that gives you an example of rocky outcrops, glades, and not far from that, you start getting into the forests of the Ozarks. So we have just about everything here that Missouri has to offer, and I feel lucky to have worked in this region my whole career.
Absolutely. Well, tell us about is it the first annual Bird Challenge?
Yes. So just a little bit of history. In 1966, there was started across the country in response to concerns about pesticide use. It's called the North America Breeding Bird Survey, or BBS for short. So that started in 1966. In 1970, that was the first year that we started seeing declines. And we have seen declines every year since 1970. This is particularly hard on songbird species. And to date, depending on the species, we've seen a 30% to a 77% reduction in species numbers. So that equals about 2.9 billion birds over the 50 years since 1970. So this year, MDC is partnering with other bird conservation groups in the state and also the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And we're doing the first ever Missouri Birding Challenge. So registration is still open until April 30th. There is a fee. If you want your kids to join, it's $10. For adults, it's $25. But we have different categories. So this is a great thing for a beginning birder all the way to an advanced birder. We have prizes. We have webinars that you can watch through beforehand. In fact, you have to watch at least one to participate in the challenge, but they cover things like why is birding important, and it's just really exciting to be a part of it and know this is going on.
And so You mentioned the challenge. I know there's a couple apps we want to kind of talk about as well.
Yes.
So is there the eBirds that goes along with
Yes.
that?
So to record the birds that you see, you're going to be asked to use eBird. That is a free app through Cornell Lab of Ornithology. So it's really easy to use, and that will record what you're seeing. I also want to just briefly mention, if you're not familiar with it, the Missouri Department of Conservation, we also have a free app called Mow Outdoors. So that can help you find conservation areas local to you. If you're interested in birding, you can just click on that and it'll show you everything close to you and even stuff further away. If you're interested in hiking, same thing. And then we also have the Mow Hunting and Mow Fishing apps as well for hunters and fishermen to get information and to tag in like their deer harvest during deer season and stuff like that.
Okay. We got about 90 seconds left. Let's
Okay.
talk about I know there's a Hiking with Dogs event coming up.
Yes. So this is kind of my dream child. We will have 2 hikes. I believe the date is May 24th. You'll be able to register through the Nature Center website, or it's actually the MDC website. So we do 2 hikes that day. The first one is a BYOD, so bring your own dog.
Okay.
And we'll go over hiking etiquette with dogs. What you should do, what you shouldn't do, how to be trail friendly, not just yourself, but with your dog. And then the second one is a partnership between MDC and SEMO Pets. So they will bring out adoptable dogs, and you can basically do a trail trek with an adoptable dog. It's good enrichment for them, get them out of the shelter environment. And at the end, if you would like to maybe foster or adopt that dog, you'll have the opportunity. And they'll also be bringing out some other dogs. We'll have an on-site adoption event during the hike.
Okay, and the date for the SEMO Pets hike is?
I believe it's May 24th. It'll be a Saturday.
Okay, all right. Well, so much going on, Bridget. We thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
And hope you have a fantastic summer.
You too. It was great being here.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks again, Bridget. Our final interview today with Chelsea.